Welcome to Royal Holloway, University of London. This short induction film contains the information you need before you start work as a contractor with us. After you have watched the film, you will need to sign a declaration to confirm that you will abide by all the instructions it contains. Contractors who do not follow our rules may be asked to leave. We have about 11,000 people studying and working here, and the campus is always busy. Our students and staff live and work on and around campus, and they are entitled to feel safe and welcome here. Any behaviour that might threaten, disturb or offend them will be treated extremely seriously, and we rely on you to always act and work with consideration for others. When you arrive on site, you need to report to the Estates Department, which is located at the north-east end of the main campus by Car Park 4. The speed limit throughout the site is 15 miles per hour and 5 miles per hour in the pedestrian zone. You can only park in designated areas on campus. The service desk will need your vehicle registration number and to know how long you will be spending on site. If you do not do this, you may incur a parking fine. All normal rules of the road, for example, not parking on double yellow lines or in blue badge holder bays, apply. If you do receive a parking charge notice, this will need to be dealt with by your company directly with First Parking, our ANPR operators. If you do need to park close to the location where you are working, to load or unload, please ask the service desk to assist with arranging this. The staffed service desk in the office is open from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. and they are your first port of call for any queries you may have. The service desk will register you on the automated contractor sign-in system, and you must sign in and out each time you attend and leave the site. The system will automatically print an ID label for you, which must be worn at all times. The service desk will also issue any keys that you may need for your work on site. These should be returned by 4 p.m. If the office is closed, you can place keys in either of the drop boxes. Any other help or assistance can be provided by Founders Security, located at the entrance of the main building. If you are working at Bedford Square, our London campus, please ensure that you report to the reception desk and sign in when you arrive and out every time you leave the building. Keys and smart cards can be signed out from staff at the reception desk, and you should also advise them if you are accessing the roof plant room or roof space, as the door may close behind you and you will not be able to get back into the building without assistance. Some areas on campus have more stringent rules for contractor access than others. These include student halls of residence, science laboratories, and IT data centres. Access to halls must be agreed in advance, and you must remember that these are home to our students. Labs have restricted access. There may be toxic and volatile chemicals and gases present that you would not normally encounter in your work. Your site contact will cover the specific details when they issue your passes and permissions. There are very strict, specific rules in place for work around the data centre and network hub rooms because they are so critical to the work of the university, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. If your work is to take place in a data centre or in network hub rooms, you will need to watch a short additional film that details the rules for these sensitive areas. The IT department ideally need 24 hours notice for you to collect a key from the network team in room 111, Campus Computer Centre. When on campus, contractors are free to use most welfare facilities supplied for students, with the exception of those in halls of residence and at the hub or a place to stay. Of course, we ask that you treat these facilities and their users and staff with respect. Smoking is only allowed in specific areas on campus. Smoking inside any premises is strictly prohibited. Contractors on campus must provide and wear appropriate PPE for the jobs they are doing, and it must be clean and in good condition. For most jobs, this will be a minimum of high-vis vest, steel-capped safety boots and hard hat. Ear, hand and eye protection may also be required. Any tools and equipment you are using must be in good condition and suitable for the task in hand. Any electrical tools must be 110 volts and have a valid PAT certificate. If you need to use more powerful tools, you must have express permission from your site contact. Any materials covered by the COSH regulations must be used strictly in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions. They must be kept securely whilst in use, and any residues must be removed by you and disposed of in accordance with environmental and safety and health legislation, as must all waste materials produced by your work. Contractors must not use any on-campus bins to dispose of waste materials. All work areas must be cordoned off to prevent injury to staff and students. Dust and noise must be kept to a minimum. We are particularly strict about noise levels during exam periods, and your work will need to be planned in consultation with the service desk. No dangerous or potentially dangerous tools, substances, or work areas can be left unattended or where they can be accessed by students, particularly outside work hours. We ask that you are careful about general housekeeping, keeping your work area tidy throughout the day. Our duty of care to students and staff is paramount, and by agreeing to work with us on campus, you take on that same level of responsibility. Unfortunately, there is asbestos present on campus, simply because of the age and construction of some of our buildings. There is a college register available upon request. If you'd like to see a copy of the register, or any information relating to our asbestos records, then please request this via the service desk, either in person or by phone. However, you must always be vigilant and operate with care. If you see anything that might be asbestos as you are working, isolate it, clear the area and report it immediately. If you are unsure, err on the side of caution. We would much rather respond to a false alarm than expose anyone to the dangers of asbestos. Some tasks will require specific permits to work. These include hot works, working at height, working in confined spaces, working with electrical systems, access to high voltage plant, excavations, and flying drones. Any such work must be agreed and approved with us before commencement. It is important that you take care in your work to prevent false fire systems activations. These are easily caused by dust, vapours and fumes created by hot works or cutting. We ask that you use these red plastic detector covers over the smoke heat detectors in your work area and nearby if you are working across rooms. If you hear a fire alarm, you must leave your work area immediately. If you discover a fire, sound the alarm at once. In either case, you must get to one of the designated assembly points around campus and remain there until told that it is safe to return. Fire marshals will ensure that buildings are completely evacuated. Do not attempt to fight a fire. Unless you are trained and competent to do so, leave it to the professionals. If you, or anyone working with you, has an accident, call the emergency number to get help. This is 444 on an internal phone or 01784 443 888 from a mobile. The service desk will provide you with a card detailing all emergency contact numbers. All accidents, incidents and near misses must be reported and a college report form must be completed. Don't be tempted to dismiss a minor accident or near miss as not worth reporting. In addition, contractors must keep their own records of any injuries or accidents that occur on site. If an accident results in someone being taken off campus, please alert the Health and Safety Office and the service desk. We want you to work safely on site for your own sake as well as that of our staff and students. It is crucial that you follow our on-site rules. We will not overlook breaches of these rules or any risk-taking or corner cutting. Please ask if there is anything that you are unsure of as you are working with us. We are here to help.